Hello everyone, welcome to the Gardens and Graveyard channel. My name is Charisma and today we're meeting in the front garden and we're going to have a October garden tour for a zone 9A on the Oregon coast. I live on the central Oregon coast and it has been a beautiful fall so far. We have lots of things in bloom right now, so it is a great time to show you what the garden looks like in October here. We also have we're starting to turn color, so it's really fun to have a lot of fall color showing up in the garden right now. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to take a walk through the garden. All right, so to begin with, we have our jasmine vine, which has a fantastic spiderweb on it. Can you see it? Maybe not. That's too bad you can't see it. It's really beautiful. It's this whole space. Anyhow, you can see a lot of fall color. The reds are coming through. It's done blooming. Really awesome. We've got a couple of roses blooming here. Those so sweet. This Temple of Bloom has not gotten into the ground, but look at the fall color on these guys. Absolutely beautiful. Just reminds me I really need to get her in the ground, because imagine that in full tree form. Absolutely stunning, right? So let's all right, what do we got? We've got kaffir lilies blooming. These little pink flowers are blooming, really fun. I recently saw them around the edge of a pond and I really love that. So I think I'm going to find another place for those near some water. But until then, really enjoying. We've got the light pink and a dark pink. Fun. Right, let's see, going around this direction, we do have a burning bush here. It hasn't put on as much color as it would. Right now it's in full sun. This is kind of like the most sun it gets all day long. If it was in more sun or longer periods of sun, it would be a lot more red. You could see a little bit of its fall color here, but this color right here, this super bright flaming red color, that is how this whole shrub should look. And I have seen it look like that in other gardens. I just know that I'm not getting enough sun here because it doesn't do that. We also have our climbing rose, which needs to be tied up again, blooming. Really beautiful, really fun to have roses blooming this time of year. We've got a little pink one blooming back there. And then we have some dahlias blooming. I think this one's called Jennifer's Wedding. It's really sweet. It's either Jennifer's Wedding. No, that's dark pink. This is Gay Princess. Really sweet, light pink color. And then we have this one. It's my favorite. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, look at it. It's so pretty. And then our Suncredibles are still putting out lots of new flowers, which is really fun. Fall interest. We even have the Iberis starting to bloom for winter. And we have, of course, it is October. Our Halloween graveyard is up. We also have beautiful black-eyed Susans. A lot of them have dropped their petals, and now we've just got this really fun winter interest, which in snowy climates, these will stand up. They're really strong, and they make wonderful winter interest. And they'll get little tiny clumps of snow on them, really super cute. In my climate, we rain all winter long, heavy rains. So in the next couple of days, I'll be coming through and cutting all of those, all of these off, and then they'll dry and we can use them in dried flower arrangements, which I'm really looking forward to. Past the Suncredibles, we have our Rose of Sharon, which is starting to turn colors. It's got their like golden yellow fall color happening. It's already started to drop some leaves. It's no longer blooming. Next to it, we have the Ivanetti Dahlia, which has just been so prolific this year. Absolutely beautiful. I've used it in many arrangements. Super fun. We have some hydrangeas still just starting to open. You see that one on the top is just starting to open up. And then over here we have another Rose of Sharon, which still has lots of blooms on it. This is a double petaled one, really pretty. It is starting to turn its yellow fall color. So that's kind of a fun juxtaposition with the flowers on it and fall color. The Berberis is starting to also turn its fall color. On the underneath, it'll turn a lot more orangey red, kind of like this one. Oh, I just dropped it. Kind of like this one as the season goes on. And then we've got our Staghorn Sumacs, which we'll get over there, which has the best fall color. Just stunning fall color. Hopefully you're catching that. And it's got its seed heads up there, but sometimes when it's super sunny, it's hard to catch the color. Let's see if I could get a better picture and different lighting for you all. We also have our winter hazels, which are starting to turn their yellow color. And then this Berberis is also starting to turn. You can see down here, it starts turning on the bottom before it gets to the top. We do have the Pampas in bloom. You could see her bloom stalks up there. Just really stunning specimen this year. I mean, I don't know how tall that is. 12 or 13 feet tall. It's really cool. I had some on the third clump, but it had fallen over from the rain. So I took those off and used them in arrangements. This one had several that had fallen down from being weighed down by the rain. So I took those off and used those in a different arrangement. So we've been putting them to use outside of the garden as well. Let's see if there's anything up here that I want to talk about. Just kind of go backwards a little bit. We've got the hibiscus. It's turning its fall color. Still has a little flower on it. And we still have jazzberries in bloom. You can finally see that they're starting to decline. Not as thick of a carpet of flowers anymore, but really fun. It's the middle of October, and here we are with purple flowers. Coming around the corner, the weeping cherry has not started turning as much as the other things in the garden yet. It does have, you know, a handful of bright yellow leaves, but this whole thing will be a cascade of fall color before too long. I'm just kind of surprised it hasn't happened along. Usually it's not far behind the sumac, and the sumac is about ready to lose all of its leaves. It's turned so much already. Well, that's a little bit better of a view of all the different oranges and yellows and chartreuse that the sumac has. So yeah, so it'll be a sequence of fall colors instead of all one flush. Up front here, we have our fall decorations, of course. So we've got a mum and pansies. We've got some pumpkins and more pansies and kale and more pansies and kale and more pansies and more pansies and kale. And of course we've got, you know, just like some gourds and a couple of Halloween elements in here till the end of the month. These are the pampas, some of the pampas that we repurposed into an arrangement. The sedum baskets are still doing fantastic, starting to root in, which is great. We, let's go ahead and go around here. We still have a few snapdragons blooming, which is fun. And our vermillionaire is just going for it still. Just amazing. Of course, we've got that one there, and then we've got one on the other side of the garden or the walkway. I mean, this thing has been blooming this much, putting on new growth, but this much flowering since March or April, whenever we bought it this spring, which is just amazing. We also have a Fothergilla, which is right here, which also would get really great fall color. You can kind of see it down in here. The texture of this with the texture of the Weeping Cherry here is too similar, and when their fall color comes on full, they're both yellows. So I actually want to move this Fothergilla somewhere else to kind of separate out the texture and color for fall, but that'll happen sometime soon. And then we've got our blueberries. Our blueberries, honestly, I bought blueberries because of their fall color. Look at this thing. It's absolutely stunning. You see that red? Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. So let's just keep going along here and you'll see a couple more. This is our pineapple sage. It is at the peak taller than I am, and I'm 5'4", so it's like 5'6", and it hasn't started blooming yet. It will very soon. We have buds here and here. It's coming on a little later than normal, usually like this. Well, maybe not. This is the second week of October. I was going to say first, second week. So, yeah, I guess it's pretty much on time. You can see a little bit of the color right here. These have like a tubular flower, and the hummingbirds go absolutely wild for it. So that is really fun. Oh, look. You can see this one's kissed by the sun a little earlier, and it's got more color opened. So this is a really, really fun plant to have this late in the season, because as the rest of the garden goes to sleep, this one is starting to bloom and provides nectar for all of our pollinators. So really love that. This blueberry has already defoliated a little early, probably due to transplanting it a few weeks ago. Just a little bit of like throwing a fit. That's okay. She's fine. All right, I'm going to go ahead and show you the lower garden now. We've got the Spirit Viburnum, which has put on so much growth this year. Really, really wild. And it's got its flowers on there, which is so fun. And it's still opening. So we'll be able to enjoy this for quite some time. We've got another viburnum over there that does not have flowers on it at this time. I should point out that we have a collection of heathers. Oh, the dappled sun is like hard in this video, but I apologize. We have a collection of heathers here, but these are all These are all spring flowering heathers, and I was just at the Connie Hansen garden yesterday and realized I really need to get some fall blooming heather and heath in here so that we can extend this patch of heather. All right, so then in the lower garden, first we come to our patch of primroses. Right now, none of the primroses are really blooming, but we still have a little row of impatiens. The pink are impatiens, so that's really fun. We do have one little primrose right there blooming, but those will start coming on more and more. And we've got a pink flowering dogwood right here that has this one really gets more burnt than it gets really a fall color per se. So it will defoliate here pretty soon. Coming around the corner here, not a whole lot of fall interest in the herb garden other than the blueberry that we took a look at from up top. Just gorgeous red fall color. And then over here we have another blueberry that has some reds coming on there. And we still have tons of nasturtiums blooming, which is fun in the fall. We've also got the Roman chamomile, and we've got some Tulsi basil blooming. I'm letting it bloom. I'm going to collect some seeds from that. And then the strawberries actually have some pretty great fall color, bright yellow. And then they turn bright red. And then of course they die. And then we've got, you know, our little Halloween spider. He's not plugged in right now, so he's kind of looking limp. And some ghosts and a spider web. It's fun. The bronze fennel sometimes gets really bronze in the winter or the fall. This year it didn't really do as vibrant of a show as normal. Okay, back here. We've got hydrangeas, which in this tour, I can't really show you, but I'll put a clip up here right now to show you all the hydrangeas that were in bloom. Really beautiful, pretty leggy, and we use them in a flower arrangement. So essentially, this hydrangea shrub got trimmed back and doesn't have any, well, has one bloom left on it. It's a really beautiful bloom. It's like really soft and sweet. It's just a sweet little bloom. Here is my oak leaf hydrangea. Now you're seeing this in sun. It is the morning and it gets enough sun to grow, but not enough sun to put on fall color. And oak leaf hydrangeas really are known for their fantastic fall color. So I feel like I want to move this plant so that I can really experience her fall color in all her glory. So in the next year, we will be finding a new space for this hydrangea. Moving down this way, we have another hydrangea that did a really great show. She's just done blooming. A lace leaf mountain hydrangea, really sweet. I think this might be our very last hosta that we still have up and ready to cut back, because all of them have started to look like that for the fall season. It's just time to say goodnight. And of course, our Gunnera is also getting to that point. You can see that she's heavy. She's really heavy with the birch leaves that keep falling on her. There's one falling right now. It is time to come out here and rake all these leaves. I don't know if you could really tell, but this is usually all rock. Now it's just all leaves. So yeah, it's definitely time to do something about those here. We still have this fantastic impatiens flower ring around the peanut butter shrub. This is, I know I've said it before, but I'm so happy with how this turned out this year. I'm definitely adding more pillows, flower pillows into the garden, and future designs. We've got the Mexican hydrangea or peanut butter shrub, peanut butter tree blooming. Look at her. Oh my gosh, so pretty. And what's really fun about this is the blooms smell kind of like jasmine in the heat or in the evening after it's been warm for a while. And then the leaves, when you rub them and then smell your fingers, smells like a brand new jar of peanut butter just got opened, which is just such a fun thing. Down this way over by the creek, which we the whole year just skipped ahead, and I didn't get anything done in the creek this year, but we do have our beautiful plum that is in its fall. Like, it is a dark plum, but it starts just turning like a lighter burgundy and fading away. Oh, it's already defoliated. There is a vine maple in here, but we missed the fall color. Okay, moving up. I don't think there's really anything else to witness up here as far as blooms or fall. Oh, we do have our bank of limelight hydrangeas, which we planted last fall, and oh, they bloomed so well for being such young plants this year. I'm so happy with it. Like, just super happy with these little baby hydrangeas that just did a bang up job this year. Okay, so then we're just gonna move on back and see if we missed anything. I don't think we did. We did have anemones blooming in here, and it looks like this one might bloom once more before we're done. Oh, and then we have up here, almost forgot. Sorry if this video is kind of like all over the place, but I just keep catching, my eye just keeps catching on things. So we've got the Himalayan honeysuckle, which is one of my absolute favorites. It has these beautiful dangly flowers. And then I just noticed this flower right there. What is that? I have no idea, actually. So let's get up here and look at it a little closer. Oh, it's a hollyhock without any leaves. How funny is that? Oh my goodness. And then we've got straw flowers all in here that I'm letting go to seed, and I'm hoping they will self-seed and become really beautiful kind of wildflower garden. And we've got a amaranth right there, looking a little sad, but the flower's just hanging on. And then we've got a young foxglove, which is not really strong, but she'll come back next year and do great. And then we can look at these flowers again. I just love them. Okay, so then let's just head back and make sure we didn't miss anything super important. As I keep adding things into the garden that have different elements throughout the year, sometimes I kind of forget what is getting fall color, what is not getting fall color. And I'm also learning like the little microclimates to determine, oh, this one needs more sun to create more fall color. And so we can make some adjustments, which is really important to note. And it's really important to give yourself permission to move things around so that they can be even better next time. I see a couple more things that I want to show you before we head back to our starting point. So here, so we were looking at the hydrangeas across the pathway. We have a wolf eye dogwood, and it does get a little bit of fall color, but like I said, with the pink flowering dogwood, same thing happens. I just get more burn than I get actual fall color. Underplanted, we have lots of things, but right now the thing to note is we have monkshood in bloom. Isn't that so fun? And there's one up there as well. A really, really interesting flower. But when you look this way, it looks like a monk's hood. Okay, so then I'm gonna just kind of cruise around. Our red twig dogwoods have already started to lose their leaves. They do have a little bit of fall color, not much, but the important thing of these is now their beautiful bark gets to show off. We've got one over here that has blackberry in it. Fantastic. And then we have a crabapple here that has turned its fall color. It is not normally the color of the plum, but in the fall it is. Okay, and I'm trying to see if there's anything over there. I don't think so yet. Okay, so I think, oh look, here's a rhododendron here. This is a rhododendron that defoliates. Not all rhododendrons do. Like this one is an evergreen, this one is not, and it has really fantastic fall color. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, that's fun. So maybe the last thing I'll just kind of show you as an update is our tower of onions, which we planted a few weeks ago, and they've all sprouted. They're going for it, and they're really happy. It's really fun to see. Isn't that cute? And this is also deciduous rhododendron, and it has yellow fall color opposed to the red that we just looked at. And then I just remembered we have another deciduous rhodey up here, and I did note that it had some fall color this morning, but kind of overlooked it when we walked by. So let's take a look at that and we'll end the video. So back in the rose garden, we have the climbing white rose here, and next to it we have this rhododendron, which is just starting to turn, and this one gets more of a dark purple plum fall color, more so than the bright red. So that's really fun, but it's just starting to turn, much like the burning bush, just starting to turn. That is going to do it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you're celebrating your life, and I hope you're having a fantastic fall, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.